Contentment. That's something I believe we need to hear about on a regular basis. Like, it should be one of those things that every month we evaluate ourselves. Am I content? And because contentment is a decision of the heart, not a condition of the body. And contentment is a Christian character trait that we must develop, that's not natural to us. I think it's more natural to us to be discontent and to be unhappy with our lives than it is to be content. The Bible says in 1 Timothy 6:6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Proverbs 15:16, better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Hebrews 13:5, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. You know, being content with your car, being content with your job, being content with your living situation, being content with your children, being content with your husband, all of that has to be something that you on purpose decide, I can do this. Well, right now, we are in the process of doing something pretty exciting. Joe and Katie, my son and daughter-in-law, who travel with us, have been living in a little travel trailer. They're about ready to have a second child, and we knew the travel trailer was not going to be big enough, and it really is not, a travel trailer is not really made to live in full-time. You know, so it was developing some things that we knew were problems, and so we've been praying that the Lord would give us another motorhome, because we have two motorhomes, and we've decided that if we had three motorhomes pulling trailers, that would do well, and it, you know, just take three drivers, etc. So we've been praying for that. Well, as we're praying, you have to put feet to your prayers also. So Kevin had Joe looking on the internet. We were hoping by January to have Joe in a motorhome, but how, we didn't know. Money, we didn't have. It's all things that God had to work out. So Joe found a motorhome that's exactly like the brand that we have. It's older. It's 20-some years old, but, for us to afford it, we're going to have to go that old. But it's still in good shape, and it only had 60,000 miles on it. And when I first heard about it, I said, oh, it won't have this one thing on it. And I thought, there's two things. I thought, oh, I don't think Katie would like that, So I just sort of nixed the idea. Well, Joe talks to Katie, and Katie looks at it and says, I could live with that. I can make that work. And I thought, contentment. Finding a way to be happy with your life situation. Then I started thinking about my own motorhome. When I first got it, can I tell you, ladies, there was a couple things about it that was really hard to live with. The carpeting in the front of the rig was just nasty dirty. It wasn't just dirty, it was nasty dirty. And then my husband was being nice and tried to tear up part of it, and it in the wood underneath it had glue on it, and it was terrible. And so for quite a few months we traveled around with nasty dirty carpet. Then we traveled around halfway torn out carpeting. It was, and I just had to just make myself be content. And there was other things about it, but what I'm saying is, whatever your life situation, you can find ways to be discontent. Or you can do like Katie did and say, you know what, I think I could live with that. So last week, my husband and Joe went and bought that. We made a short-term loan from a friend, and we have to pay it back by December 31st, which means we can go to a bank and get a loan, I'm sure. Or we're asking the Lord to help pay it off for us. So anyway, it's pretty exciting. We got this new rig, and if you want to see it, you can go on my Facebook page, because we've posted pictures of it and videos of it. But anyway, I'm excited about what the Lord's doing, but I'm more excited that I got a daughter-in-law that found a way to be content. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.